Hello everyone, welcome to my new video. In this video I'm gonna show you how to create this in After Effects. Let's start. Okay guys, welcome back. I will add the project file link in my description below. You can check it from there. So for the first loading animation, we have to create one ellipse. For that we're gonna go here and let's hold it and select the ellipse tool. And let's hold shift and let's make one circle like this. Now let's go to pen behind and hold Ctrl, double click to here to move the anchor point to the center and go to selection tool and move the circle to the center. Now let's click to fill and let's disable it and click OK. And let's change the stroke pixel and let's change the color so we can see it. Let's make it blue and click OK. Nice. Now select the shape layer and let's rename it to 1. Now select this shape layer and go to add and let's add the trim paths. Let's open this trim paths and let's make an end keyframe and change it to 0. And go to 10 keyframe, let's change it to 100 and let's go to somewhere to here and make start keyframe and go to 10 keyframe again, let's make it 100. Select keyframes and make them easy or you can press F9 for that. Let's go one more keyframe with page down and press N to change the duration of timeline and let's preview it. Okay, as you can see it's really fast, so let's change the duration of timeline and select keyframes and hold out, let's move them to the right. Let's see it again. Okay, select the start keyframes and move them to the left to make it more smoothly. Let's see. Okay, to make it more smooth, select keyframes, go to graph editor. Let's select this area and move it to the left. And select these ones and move them to the right. Let's see. Nice. Also we can change the stroke size a little bit and open the ellipse 1 and go to stroke and change butt cap to round cap to make it more better. Let's close the settings and preview it again. Okay, nice. Now let's continue with the second loading animation. Okay, for the second animation we're gonna make ellipse again. So let's select the ellipse and make one ellipse like this. But this time turn off the stroke from here and click OK and let's enable the fill. And click OK. Let's change the fill color to blue as well. And click OK. And hold Ctrl, double click to pan behind to move the anchor point to the center. And let's move it like this. Select this shape layer and let's rename it to 1. And let's duplicate it 3 times. And select the shape 2 and let's move it to the right. Also select the shape 3 and move it to the right as well. Now select this shape layer 2 and let's hold Ctrl, double click to pan behind again. Also let's do the same for the shape 3. To move the anchor points to the center. Now select this shape first, let's do the same again. And press P, make position keyframe and go to 10 keyframe. Let's move it to the up. And go to 10 keyframe again. Let's copy the first keyframe, press Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Select keyframes, make them easy. And let's do the same for the other ellipses. Let's select the second one, press P, make position keyframe and go to 10 keyframe. And go to 10 keyframe again. Let's copy the first keyframe, press Ctrl C and Ctrl V. And go to here, select the third ellipse, press P, make position keyframe. Go to 10 keyframe. Let's move it to the up. And go to 10 keyframe again, let's copy the first keyframe, press Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Select keyframes, make them easy. And press N, let's see. Okay, to make it more speedily, select keyframes and hold out, let's move them to the left. And change the duration of timeline, let's see. Nice. Now let's continue with the third loading animation. Okay, for this animation we're gonna use ellipse tool again. So let's hold shift and let's make one ellipse like this. And hold Ctrl, double click to pan behind to move the anchor point to the center. And let's open the title action save. And let's use the align and move it to the up like this. Okay, now let's select the shape layer, go to add, and let's select the repeater. Let's open the repeater settings and change copies to 9. Let's open the transform and select position, make it 0 and change it rotation like this. Now select the shape layer and let's move it like this. Let's close here. Now let's create a solid. For that, right mouse here, go to new and click to solid, and let's rename it to gradient and click OK. Now let's go to FX presets and let's search for gradient ramp, and let's double click to here, and from here let's change the anchor point of the start of the ramp. Let's change it to somewhere to here, and also change the end of the ramp. Let's move it like this. Also change the color. I'm gonna use blue like this and click OK. And lastly, we're gonna use the polar coordinates. Let's search it on FX presets and let's double click to here, change the interpolation. Let's make it 100%, but as you can see there's a problem. So to fix that, we have to change type of conversion, and let's change polar to rect to polar. Nice. Now select the shape layer, let's duplicate it and move it to the up and select this gradient. Let's go to track matte. Also, if you don't see here, you can just click to here so it will be visible. Now let's open track matte and let's use alpha matte shape layer 2. Now select this gradient and press R. Let's make rotation keyframe and go to 2 seconds and change it to 3 and press N. Let's preview it. Okay, as you can see there is a problem. So to fix that, let's go to FX presets and let's search for Gaussian blur, and let's drag and drop it to our gradient, and from here let's change the blurriness like this. Okay, nice. Let's preview it again. Also it's kinda slow, so let's change it to, let's see again. Okay, nice. So guys, thanks for watching my video. Please don't forget to subscribe channel and leave a comment in my video. See you in the next videos.